Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name's Brittany and you're watching. Today I'm back with another Shop My Stash video. I upload these weekly either on Monday or Tuesday. This is my new drawer. Last week from the new drawer we chose, what did we choose? Oh, yeah. We chose the Anastasia Riviera palette. We'll talk about this when we get to the eyeshadow palette drawer. And we also pulled this Laura Geller brush. This Laura Geller blush. We'll talk about that when we get to the blush drawer. This week, okay, so I've got rundown. I've got a lot going on this coming week, and when I have that, I don't have time to spend on my makeup. So typically I go for tried and true products. However, I always pull 2 products from the new drawer, so I want something that I feel like isn't going to be a lot to work with, if that makes sense, from here. So I'm going to choose this highlighter. It's the Villains Collection ColourPop highlighter. And what shade is this? Ursula, I guess that's the shade. But it looks like this. It's got this pretty purple sheen because I am pulling a purple eyeshadow palette. So let's look at, I don't know, but we're gonna find out. I also want to try this on the lid as well. So we're gonna pull this. And then I opened this when I hauled it. It is a Laura Geller Lash Boss mascara. So because I opened it, I need to use it. Although I would love to use this one or that one over this one, I opened this one. So by mistake, I have to now purposely choose that. And that's all for this Everything drawer. Face. It is in a highlight, blush, bronzer, contour. For foundation, last week I got to use my favorite, the Kat Von D. Can you see that? Yes. Kat Von D Lock It Tattoo foundation. So we're gonna put that back. And since I'm gonna be staying with my grandparents this week, just spending some time with them. So I mean, I'm not really going to be going out that much, so I'm going to pull this CoverGirl Olay Simply Ageless. I hate this foundation. I've tried it with a couple different primers. I'm hoping to find the right primer combination because, I don't know, I'm not a declutterer, but this is on that fits, that line. So we're going to pull this and see what happens. Not excited for that. So for primer, last week I used the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base. I'm seeing that this is actually starting to get some use in it. Like, I'm starting to have to come down here to get products, which is cool because I like to see my products used up, but also scary because this is my favorite and it costs a lot of money. So we're going to put that up. I want to try, because I've tried that with that foundation. I've tried this primer water with that foundation. I want to try just this Becca First Light priming filter one, just because it's not too hydrating, it's not too pore filling, like it's just a brightening, like safe primer. So it'll kind of let me see what I actually need with what's missing with that foundation. So we're gonna pull this. And then for concealers, last week I pulled another one of my faves, the MAC Pro Longwear concealer. Look at how much I have left. Like, this is almost gone. So we're gonna put that one back. And then I also pulled, just to do my cut crease a few times with that palette, the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer, which we are going to keep in and use as concealer this time. But I'm also going to pull, just because there's very little product there, we're going to pull the Becca Brightening Primer. So we're concealer. We're going to pull those two. I haven't pulled that one in a while. I feel good about that. And for setting sprays, I use the Urban Decay All Nighter. What can we say other than she's a fave? So we're gonna put that one back, and let's pull this Revlon one. I really like this one. Put Morphe back, put that back. So we're gonna pull the Revlon Photo Ready Prep Set Refresh. I really like the mist on this one, and I actually like the product as well. So it's very, very, very good product. We're gonna pull that one. And then for moisturizers, I am using currently the Honey Drop by Pharmacy. I'm not a fan of this. I normally use the Clinique Gel one. And this, it just has, I don't know, like a sticky feel. I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. It's just, it's not my fave. But we're going to pull it and use it up. And then for setting powders, almost forgot. So I always just keep in the Rimmel Stay Matte, this one, just to do touch-ups and mesh everything in at the end of my makeup routine. We're going to put up the Cover FX, and I think, no, I'm going to pull this Veil translucent setting powder just to have as an option. I might just use that other one just to try to figure out this foundation, but we're going to pull this one and possibly use it. And that's all for this drawer. Highlight, blush, bronzer, contour drawer. We always keep in every single week the Shade and Light palette because I use the middle banana shade here to set my eyes. I use that to set my lids. This week, since I am going to be traveling, I'm just going to use this for contour as well. So we're going to keep this one, and that's also my contour. Last week for contour, I used the e.l.f. contour. I will say I like this Too Faced cream contour better than the e.l.f. Duo cream contour. I also used that blush one time, and it was alright. And then just because of travel, I'm going to pull out this little sample, the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer. So we're going to use that. Last week for blush, I used this new Laura Geller blush. Oh my gosh, it's really good. It's like that perfect medium, you know, where it's like not too pigmented, but it's like not pigmented enough. It's like perfect. But I'm going to put that one back, and I'm going to pull this MAC Well Dressed blush. I've had this for like 6 years. Look at that. Just want to get some use out of it. And then we already have a highlight color. I also have to put up this bronzer that I used last week, the Butter Bronzer, the Physicians Formula. The more I use other bronzers, the more this becomes like on the bottom of my bronzer list as far as favorites are concerned. And then I also use this Too Faced Peach Frost Happy Face highlighter. It was really good. I just dab it on. It's a really good like natural highlighter, which was what I was going for. I also pulled these Cover FX Custom Enhancer Drops just for when I wore shorts. I'm not going to be wearing shorts, so I'm going to go ahead and put those back. And that's all for this everything eye drawer that isn't an eyeshadow palette. So for mascara, since we already have ours pulled, I'm just going to put these back. This is the CoverGirl Amplify Primer and the Caution Hourglass Mascara. I like these as a combination. Really enjoyed that. Don't need to pull mascara. I'm not pulling a primer just because I want to get to know that formula with the Laura Geller mascara. For the waterline, I had this Rimmel one that's in a nude color. I don't even think I can give you a swatch of it. It's just so dried out. I'm going to use this a few more times, and then I'm going to have to toss it. Like, it's crumbling when I did that because it's so dried out. I want to find, where is it? Oh no, did I lose it? Is she lost? Oh no. Okay, so I can't find my purple liner that I typically use with that. Don't know where that went. So we're going to keep in this nude one. Kind of upset about that one, not going to lie. And then I pulled singles last week that I didn't pull in my Shop My Stash. I just feel like I needed it. And anytime I can use these Color Tattoo by Maybelline, I always pull them. I'm going to put this blue one up, and I'm going to keep this like, I don't know, like that color one to give those shadows that I want to pull with my MAC palette a little more oomph because I feel like they need it. So we're going to keep that. I'm also going to pull in the Stila Shimmering Glow. I can't pronounce the name of it, but I'll do a swatch for you and spell it out for you. So that's what that looks like. I think that's going to be beautiful with the palette I plan on pulling. And that's in Boheme. How do you say that? I'm also going to pull out this Disney Villains Collection Jelly Much Shadow in Spindle. This was in my favorites video. If you want to see a swatch and what it's looked like previously, go ahead and check that out. And for lashes, I'm just going to put them up. I'll insert the picture of where I used the what did I use? Faux Meek 811. These ones. The band's so uncomfortable. It just lasted for that picture and then I tore them off. So yeah, we're gonna put that back. For liners, I'm gonna trade out my Tarte Sex Kitten for the Kat Von D felt tip liner in Trooper. I'm also going to keep in the Goof Proof brow pencil just because I need quick, easy. I'm at my grandparents, I want to spend time with them. I'm going to put back this adhesive, the House of Lashes, and then I'm going to keep in my Urban Decay primer potion. Still going strong. And that's all for this. So for lippies, I pulled a Revlon one, which was in my car, but I also pulled, majority of the time I wore this Kat Von D one. I think this shade is in Sanctuary. We're going to put that up. I also found my Villains collection gloss in Puppies and a Jeffree Star lippy in Jeffree Who. So we're going to put those back. I want to do like pinky natural looking colors, but I am going to pull this gloss because it comes across with like purple blue reflect in the Villains collection. It was in the Ursula set in the color Sad But True. Do you see that? I think that would be easy. And like I said, that's what I'm going for this week. And then I want to pull a pinky color, and I swatched this last week and it made me think of it. The Too Faced Melted Peony, and that shade looks like that. Really pretty, just cutesy pink color. I would pull purples, but I'm going to be at my grandparents and I don't want to do that. So I'm going to keep this Rose Hip Lip Balm by Sephora in. It's amazing. I have Invisalign. Definitely need a lip balm. So that's the quickest I've ever done this drawer. That's all for this my eyeshadow palette drawer. Typically I would have started here because I always base all my other products around the eyeshadow palette, but I've pulled this palette so many times I know what I'm looking for. But let's put back this one first before we pull the new one. The Riviera palette. Oh my gosh. This just got me out of my comfort zone. This purple is really hard to work with. I used it a few times just because you know me in purples. This is probably the most work I've ever done on a purple shade. I also used this shade right here and I'll put that look on the screen where I used, I'll just start putting looks on the screen. Now I do want to take a moment to acknowledge this color right here, and I'll put that on the screen what it looks like, but it kind of reminds me of Hot Toddy in the Too Faced gingerbread palette. I got a really cute neutral look with this one as well, and I think this last look that I created, it is cool because it's not, I thought this would just be a summer palette. I think that it's going to be very versatile because that neutral look and then that look that I created at the end, I can see where this can also be like a fall palette. So yeah, I'm very excited about this. Highly recommend it. One day I put this white shade on for like a spotlight with these peachy colors, and it was really, really pretty. I love that it included that white shade. I used that as an inner corner, or this yellow one as an inner corner. I think I used all of the colors except Seaside and Mediterranean, which is a shame because Mediterranean and Seaside, they all look like cute colors. What am I saying? I would have been disappointed if I didn't use two other ones. So yeah, I can't wait to work with this one in the future. Going to put this one up. Definitely be pulling that very, very soon. I was really, really, really surprised with how much I enjoyed that palette. So what we're pulling this week, the tried and true, good for quick looks, Classic Cutie MAC palette. So I typically gravitate towards this all over the lid. This is in my transition every single day. Sometimes I'll deepen it in the outer V with this color, but yeah, it's just really cute, really quick, really simple, and I like that I'm pulling those singles to go with it. I can't wait to try that Jelly Much Shadow with this palette because I've already done the Shimmer and Glow, but I'm really wanting to use that with this because I know I'm going to love it. So let's look at all the items that we pulled. Real quick overview of all the items that we pulled. I'm sorry I've been rushing. My camera's been dying. But yeah, I'm excited for that Classic Cutie palette. It's a quick, easy, but with a oomph kind of palette. And I'm really excited to use that Jelly Much Shadow with it because I know that I love that. I'm not excited for this foundation. I've used it 2 weeks prior and just have not been happy with it. Like, it aged me like no other. So yeah, not excited about that. I am excited to play around with this Villains Collection highlighter and to get some use out of this Well Dressed blush. And yeah, let me know some of the items that you're loving in the comments down below. I am on the hunt for a under eye, I know I've said it, but an under eye setting powder. Let me know what your holy grail is for that. And thanks for watching. Bye guys.